internet. Both art and activism suffer the consequence of listening to your bullshit. If this poem doesn't piss somebody off, I failed. Dear white allies, I don't want you as an ally. If your assistance means being assimilated back into the same system that caused the problem to begin with. Dear conscious black people, if the primary purpose of your black power is to punch on other black people psychologically, then your black power fist is actually doing the work of white supremacy. Note to the woke, you can't stay woke and chase the American dream. But how can we have free when the cities feel like slave ships, and the classrooms feel like prisons, and the prisons feel like plantations, the cocaine in our cell phones like cotton between broken bones ready to explode? If poetry is protest, then this poem is a hand grenade wrapped in a prayer. But unfortunately, poetry hardly reaches the needed task. Because to be honest, a lot of poets be straight trash. A whole lot of fans and social media hype, but no respect for the craft. Just throwing a parade and utter some hashtags and famous black names, now you're a poet. As if you copped the pseudo-conscious nigga starter kit prior to signing the open mic list. Lyricists whose lips drip with spoken herpes be better to burn every letter you write, because it ain't fire. You couldn't get your writing up if you held a workshop in orbit. And they like slang, we can't stand you. Why you so mad, bruh? Nah, I guess we just poetry snobs. Been on the job so long that our hands bleed stanzas. I blame my coach. Forget status and rhyme skills, because when Lamar Hill was literally showing your squad the ropes, you got no choice but to make every quote so dope it feel like your lungs broke. Now how's that for wordplay? These words ain't for play. Slam poetry, this more like spoken MMA. Metaphors made artillery. They say be more poets, hard to use trigger warnings. But what's the point when the city where you live in is the trigger? So what you write might start to sound like live rounds from a rifle. Less likely to go viral and more like survival. No points given for trigger warnings when your throat is a fully loaded strap. So you write less like slam fine and more like smack. Black apologists posing as poets sound hesitant. Your team versus Slamageddon, that's ants against elephants. Baltimore versus Autumn Horde. We spit out real life, they still reciting metaphors. Look, I'm just trying to murder the Ma'afa. Turn slams into operas, smoking out Big Papa mixed with Black Chakra. That's hip-hop blended with slave hymns. Poetry you gotta bleed to complete. Call me a Mary Bars rocker. It's the end of the poem.